What's up, Bronx Hearts Middle? This is your principal, Mr. Gonzalez, bringing you your news for today, Tuesday, March 26, 2019. Today is a B-Day, and we have the method at Bronx Hearts Middle, artist process, growth mindset, visual thinking strategies, artist palette, and bass.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
The Bronx Art Soaring Scholars, reminding you to be your best always. Attend school each day, show respect for self and others, and you too shall succeed academically. And we're going to put the spotlight on today, these 6 remaining days before we take the ELA state test. Mindset Works, the folks that bring us growth mindset, have taught us several things this past week, and we want to just remind those to you right now. Remember that this test is for you to show what you know. That's why we take state tests, and we take them to show how much you're learning, to show how much growth you can make, and to show if the test material, if you know it, the material that is on the test. We do not test to see how smart you are, to test your potential, or if you will ever know the material on the test. What it helps us is plan. With this snapshot in time, we can see how our plans have worked or have not worked in your learning. That's why it is important for you to relax, but do your best. Definitely do your best, because it only helps us get better for you. It's a great chance to dig in and find what you know and use the information to get it back when you grow. And as you grow, you need to take care of your brain. We found out some facts about the brain and nutrition being an important part of learning. That is because our brains eat 30% of the calories we need, and if we don't have the right calories, well, our brains just don't work very well. So, what did you eat yesterday? Think about it. Were any of these foods on the menu? That's because our brains love lean proteins, things like fish, eggs, nuts, and they love the leafy greens. The darker the green, the more nutritious, and whole fruits. That's what our brain likes. That's what fuels it. So make sure you get that into your system. And of course, the brain must be hydrated. That's why we need to drink up to 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. Remember, we are mainly made up of water, and our brain actually rests in water. So make sure you get enough and you are hydrated. And speaking of rest, sleep and rest is important for your brain and brain development. Why does your brain need to get enough sleep? Well, it's because during sleep, that's when your brain grows. It's like when we sleep, our brain goes to the gym, and it moves the things around that we've learned and that we have practiced, and it puts it into the long-term memory. And that is why a rested brain can concentrate better and longer. So how much sleep does your brain actually need? Believe it or not, you need 9 to 10 or more hours every night. Every single night. So think about, how long did you sleep last night or the night before? If you are shortchanging your brain of sleep, you're shortchanging your brain's fitness and how strong your brain is. The day of the test is April 2nd, 2019, and we need all scholars here at 8 a.m. Be lined up outside at 7:50 when we open the door would be the better option, because if you arrive at or after 9:20, the state considers you absent for the exam, and you'll have to make it up. So late scholars will have to wait in the main office until the testing ends. So be here at 8 a.m. It's a long day, and from 8:42 to 12 p.m. you are in your testing room. Now, we do not make the rules. The state of New York makes the rules, and here are the testing room expectations. No scholar may leave the room without an escort for any reason. There is absolutely no talking in the room. Once the test is completed, scholars may read. That is the only thing you may do. There are no phones, smartwatches, or electronic devices in the room. And guess what, folks? If by chance one is discovered, all tests in that room are invalidated. That means everyone has to make up the test, because the state will not even score them. So, bring 2 books is what we recommend. Visit the book room or your ELA classroom this week if you need a book. Let's move on to the call board now for your announcements. Respect at BAM is what we are all about, and we are reminding you that the most important thing is to communicate respect. That's where you feel heard and understood by the other person, even if they disagree. But guess what? You will listen and understand to what the other person is saying, even if you disagree. You do that both ways, well, that's called respect, and that's communicating with respect. Before you go, each day, scholars, reminder to please put those chairs up so we can get the floors clean at the school. Get your base cards today, and that means that tomorrow you return them signed by a parent. After school today we have capoeira at Bronx Arts Middle. And I just want to remind each of you to please shine bright, art stars.